There's something most men get completely wrong about intimacy. They think the main event is what matters most. But here's the truth. If you master what I'm about to teach you today, you can give her the kind of intense, full body experiences where she completely loses control. The kind where her body responds in ways she didn't even know were possible. Most men either rush through foreplay or skip it entirely, which is exactly why so many women aren't experiencing the pleasure they deserve. Today, I'm breaking down 9 foreplay techniques that transform ordinary intimacy into something she'll think about for days. These aren't gimmicks. They're based on understanding female physiology and what actually creates powerful responses in a woman's body. I'm Dr. Kelly, your trusted men's health advisor. And make sure you watch closely because technique number 8 is the one most men never think to use, and it's incredibly powerful. If you want to become the kind of lover she can't stop thinking about, smash that subscribe button because we're not holding anything back today. Oh, and before we continue, I've got something special for you, an ebook, From Being Invisible to Being Irresistible, How to Get Any Girl in Just 3 Days. It breaks down the psychological shifts that make women naturally drawn to you without chasing, begging, or playing games. If you want women to crave for you nonstop, grab it now. The link is in the description. All right, let's start with the first technique, the slow teasing touch. Most guys rush foreplay because they're eager to get to the main event, but women crave slow teasing because it builds anticipation. When you trace your fingertips lightly along her arms, neck, stomach, and thighs without immediately touching her most sensitive areas, you're building desire. The slower you go, the more her body and mind light up with anticipation. This is crucial because women are wired to find that buildup more exciting than instant gratification. By avoiding the obvious spots first, you're turning her body into a map she can't wait for you to explore. Every touch feels amplified because she's eagerly waiting for what comes next. Now, technique number 2, kissing beyond the lips. Too many men stop at kissing her lips. What drives women wild is when you turn kissing into an adventure. Move to her neck, her collarbone, behind her ear, even her stomach. These areas are packed with nerve endings and are often neglected. When you vary the pressure, soft kisses, longer holds, maybe even a gentle bite, it makes her feel desired in the best way. For women, this shows that you're present, you're exploring her, and you're not just following a script. That exploration makes her feel wanted, and that's incredibly arousing. Technique number 3, the whisper. Foreplay isn't only about touch, it's also about words. Whispering in her ear while you're kissing or touching her creates intimacy and turns her on like crazy. Tell her what you like about her, what you want to do to her, how beautiful she is, or how good she makes you feel. Women are extremely responsive to words that make them feel desired and appreciated in the moment. When your breath hits her ear and she hears your low voice, it gives her goosebumps. This mix of psychological and physical stimulation is irresistible because it activates her imagination as well as her body. It's a double dose of pleasure. Now, technique number 4, full body exploration. A lot of guys make the mistake of heading straight for her most intimate areas. Don't do that. Instead, spend time exploring her whole body. Slide your hands under her shirt, trace her back, squeeze her thighs, cup her hips, run your fingers through her hair. Touches like that communicate intent, dominance, and affection all at once. The more areas you stimulate, the more her body becomes alive with sensation. When a woman feels like every inch of her body matters to you, she lets go and becomes far more open to deeper pleasure. In other words, she becomes more receptive, and it becomes easier for her to reach climax. Technique number 5, neck stimulation. The neck is one of the most underrated erogenous zones on the female body. Soft kisses, warm breath, and even a playful nibble here can send shockwaves through her whole body. The neck is close to her ear, which is already super sensitive, so the mix of warmth, pressure, and unpredictability can make her melt. Women love this because it feels both vulnerable and intimate. If you balance being gentle with just enough intensity, you'll have her arching into you without even realizing it. Neck stimulation makes her feel like you know exactly how to unlock her body's hidden switches. It makes her feel like you know what you're doing, and she can just surrender to the moment. Now, technique number 6, chest stimulation. Don't ignore this area. It's incredibly sensitive and full of nerve endings. Most men spend time here briefly and then move on, rarely returning. But this is a mistake. Many women can experience intense pleasure from focused attention here alone. If you spend more time kissing, gentle touch, varying pressure, she's going to respond intensely. And here's the key: come back to it. Don't just do your thing once and move on. Return to it throughout. Give it a second or even a third round of attention. Trust me, she'll love it. Technique number 7, oral stimulation. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Oral is one of the most powerful tools you have. But too many men treat it like a chore or rush through it. Women crave this. If done right, this alone can create explosive body quivering experiences where she completely loses control. Start slow, building anticipation, then gradually increase speed and pressure. Pay attention to her reactions. If her hips lift, if her breathing changes, if her sounds get louder, you're doing it right. Keep that same rhythm going. Be patient, and you'll have her shaking in pure pleasure. Now, technique number 8, strategic restraint. One of the most powerful forms of foreplay is pulling back when she wants more. Maybe you're kissing her deeply and then you suddenly stop, looking into her eyes. Maybe your hand hovers just above her thigh but doesn't quite touch. This almost but not yet style of teasing makes her crave you more. Women love the sense of being overwhelmed by desire, and restraint builds that tension beautifully. It's not about withholding forever. It's about making her want it even more. That hunger makes the eventual release so much more powerful. And finally, technique number 9, confident verbal direction. Foreplay gets significantly hotter when you add verbal communication. One of the simplest ways is to give her clear, confident directions. Things like, look at me, don't move, tell me what you want. Simple commands that show you're in control of the moment. This type of communication is incredibly arousing for women. It makes her feel like you're fully in charge and she can just let go and enjoy the experience, which is exactly what women want in intimate moments. Plus, it reassures her that you're fully engaged and present. Just remember to sound confident when you say these things. Go slow, be clear, and be heard. When you get it right, she'll replay these moments in her head when you're not around. So, there you have it. 9 foreplay techniques that actually work. But here's the most important takeaway: foreplay isn't about checking boxes. It's about paying attention, building anticipation, and making her feel like every part of her body matters to you. The men who understand this don't just satisfy their partners, they create experiences women crave over and over again. Because you're not just touching her body, you're connecting with her mind, her emotions, and her desire. If this changed how you think about intimacy, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, and tell me which technique you're going to try first. I read every single one. Thanks for watching. Keep learning, keep growing.